Hey, welcome to another episode of the Film Diaries. Today's super special. We're in Yosemite. I've got the squad posse with me, and Mike too. He's filming. You know him. There's El Capitan. Said that like the whitest guy ever. Today's super special because we're shooting film and Kyle's shooting digital. You got your Hassie? Boom. The X1D2.
I believe so.
Did I say it right?
Maybe we'll see.
Mike, Gene, and I are all going to be rocking our M6s today. I have the .85 viewfinder. They have the .72. It's not on there right now, but most of the day I'll be rocking the VOIGTLANDER 35 version 2, and then they have the VOIGTLANDER 28. You have version 1?
I have version 2, yes.
You have version 2. Gene has version 1. Hope you enjoy this special day. That was dumb. This episode is brought to you by Clever Supply Co. All the straps that we're using today on the Leica M6s are Clever Supply Co. straps. Todd and his wife make leather straps with integrated peak design that are super epic, where you can do quick release with the peak design tabs, and it's just a really sexy, awesome leather strap as well. So enjoy all the sights and sounds of Yosemite. Is it 24? We really got to sneak in here. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It doesn't have a closet, right? See what's there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me yet again now, why do you leave another letter on the floor, telling me I'm doomed to face my trial? It's another caller on the line. It's another reaper of my time. It's another way to say I'm done. But I'm trying so hard to face my feelings all mine. Lying for you, not dying for you to know. I told you I have no opinion.
Doing business.
Shoot! The best part is, I'm just listening to this entire conversation.
Give me another day like that. Relief when I fall away off track. It sounds like you're telling me it's all a dream. So I carry another big letdown. Tell you I never left this town. 'Cause faith is just admitting I was wrong. But I'm trying so hard to face my feelings all mine. Lying for you, no dying for you to know.
These photos are nice, right? Well, unfortunately, right before this moment, there were a solid 8 to 10 frames that were obstructed, or my shutter curtain was misfiring. The only thing we can assume happened was the camera wasn't functioning properly because it was too cold that morning.
I think I got it wrong.
Earlier it was working when we got out of the car. We got out of a warm car and it was working flawlessly, and then just kind of effed up in the middle. Do you have any thoughts? We don't know what happened. Has this happened to you with a Leica M6? I've never seen this happen in this camera, but it only happened for the middle of the roll. So if you have any insight as to what happened, just let me know down in the comments.
This thing they call ability, I don't need this thing they call master. Oh no.
the saga with Eric's Leica M6 continues with a brand new problem with the camera. If you've seen any of my former videos in the film diaries, you know. This exact problem hasn't happened for over a year and a half. One of the last film diaries episodes I did before even the pandemic. And it was the film ripping out of the canister and staying inside the camera, not being able to be rewound back into the canister. I learned from my mistakes. Instead of trying to get that film out in a closet, we have a black bag in the studio now where we, develop and process our own film. So I just gave it to friends and said, hey, there's film inside that. Could you get it on a reel coming out of the camera instead of out of a canister? So I ended up shooting with Mike's camera the rest of the night and just left my M6 alone. Unfortunately, they were feeling inside the camera and couldn't feel any film, so they just assumed that I didn't shoot any of the film and it actually never advanced through the camera. And when they came to that conclusion, Bean actually opened up the bottom of the camera while the film was still inside.
Aaron Jeffrey Bean, what do you have to say about exposing my film to light?
Oh, I feel so bad about it.
You're canceled. What a good bit.
Just messing. It's ultimately my fault. I should have been more clear on how to find the film inside of the little circular sprocket thing on the right side, which is where it gets all wound up. And truth be told, I think the images actually look far more interesting than they would have if there weren't any light leaks on them. Some final thoughts. When I use this camera, 95% of the time, nothing happens. Things happen. It's just not bad things 95% of the time. Whenever I make one of these freaking videos, something goes wrong with this camera. So it's led to so many people being like, you need to get that checked out. You need to have that M6 CLA'd. I understand that perspective, but when I have the success rate that I normally do using this camera in my personal life, when I'm not filming a YouTube video with it, it's fine. And part of me is just like, I'm fine with it messing up every once in a while instead of having to, say goodbye to it for a few months and having to pay whatever it costs to get the entire camera fixed. Second, be nice. Like, the film photography world on YouTube can just be so brutal and pretentious, and I just can't stand that. And so, just don't do that, please, because this medium is just so fun and entertaining and interesting, and there's problems sometimes, but that's okay. I really don't care what other people think about if these photos are good or if they're well executed from beginning to end. I just don't care, because ultimately what I care about most is that these images mean something to me. The people in them, the experiences I had in the images, that's what I'm going to care about in the future, and that's what I care about most when I make photographs on film.